Hey everyone. How's everyone doing? Oh, shit. Forgot to mute. My bad. Okay. Now I'm muted. Come back. All right. How is everyone? Who do we have here? Hey, Autistic Chill. Hi, Steffi. Hey, Linda. Hey, Megan. Hi, Lily. Hey, Nana Hawk. Yeah, we'll never see it though, Nana Hawk. And whatever. I don't care. I don't want an apology, to be honest. I think that they more than anything, more importantly, they owe Letitia an apology, but that's never gonna happen either. But yeah, I agree. Hey, Angels Among Us. Hey, Sally. Hey, Chili. Hey, Heather. Hey, Bella. So yeah, so for those who are unaware, and I'm not here to talk about Dre. I don't want to talk about Dre. I don't want to talk about their family. I don't want to talk about any of the events that went on over the past I don't know, year and a half or whatever regarding Dre and her family. But Dre did come out on his stream and she confirmed that Vaughn had in fact passed away right back when it was said that he did. Something about he came home from the hospital for 4 days. Something went wrong. Something happened. He went back in the hospital, and then that's when he passed away. I don't know the specifics. I mean, it was. I was one of the. I don't know. I was one of probably a few people who came right out and said over and over again that I have no right to know. We have no right to know. She owes no one any kind of explanation except for his parents. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't care who agrees with me. And I do believe I'm right. She owed it to his parents to tell them that he was gone. Okay. And I'll talk a little bit more on that in a minute. But like beyond that, because I'm going to play the part of her video or her stream or her live, whatever it was she had, where she explained, where she reveals this. And I'm playing it because I think it's important. I want people to hear what she says in this regard because I believe her. There's been a lot of things I have heard come out of Dre's mouth, whether it was from video clips from her past, whether it was things that she had said at that point in time, whatever. I've heard a lot of things come out of her mouth, and most of the time I wasn't buying it, you know. But I believe her and what she said in this stream. I do. I think she's going. I think she's feeling a lot of remorse. I don't know, a lot. She's feeling a lot. I think, in my opinion, and I don't want to. I don't want to jump on her for that. I want her to do what she's got to do. But so my stream tonight isn't about her. It isn't about their marriage, their relationship. It isn't, I'm sad to say it's not even about Vaughn. It's not. I mean, I was never one to really stream on him anyway. My stream tonight is about all the fucking shitheads who spoke in shit that they knew nothing about. They spoke as though they did know something about it, and they shut down anyone and everyone else who dared to speculate themselves. They came for a lot of people, and I say what you want. I am convinced that a large part of why Molly's channel is gone is because they came for her, and they came for her over this whole situation. Now you can sit here and say, well, whether they came for her or not, if she hadn't broken TOS, then she'd still have a channel, yada yada. And sure, you're right. You're probably right. But that doesn't change anything. And I want to point this out too, because I'm going to point out how Charlotte's channel was taken down. And I want to point out how, and I'll be honest, I did not listen to her stream. I did not confirm if this is in fact what Charlotte had said or done on her stream. But I want to point out that word on the streets here is that over on her new platform, Charlotte was asking people to strike Reels live stream or whatever, some shit like that. I just want to point something out here. If you are a content creator and you think that you are somehow going to be, or are and going to be immune from people coming from you for you, from your own friends on this platform coming for you in the future. If you think that's not going to happen, you are sadly naive. Because I can't tell you how many times I've seen it happen, and I've seen it happen from people who were really good friends. I mean, just look at the drama community. I mean, there are channels who were thick as thieves, when I came about, and were for a long time, and now they can't stand each other. Like, I mean, some of them were Charlotte's biggest fucking supporters and loudest defenders. And they're over here, and they're over on YouTube now mocking her, making fun of her for losing her channel. This is what happens. This is what happens on YouTube. So if you're going to go around and you're going to champion other channels being taken down, and you're going to call for and support people's channels being taken down, especially when these channels have done the same exact shit that you've done, then you are very much so part of the problem here. And it's going to come back around on you. So I am of the belief that we just don't fucking do that. I mean, it's like we're all a bunch of like immature, spoiled, entitled fucking middle schoolers. And we're tattling on one another, and we're nipping at each other and everything. And then we're turning to YouTube to be the referee, but to be our referee, not to be their referee, not to be a referee for YouTube content creators, but to be our referee in the sense that they call timeout on people coming for us, and they take them out. They put them out of the game. They're our referee. And that's fucking shit, man. That's shit, because they're not. They never will be. I am of the belief that content creators should, by and large, kind of band together on some things. And one of those things should absolutely be that every content creator on the platform has every right to be here on the platform, unless they blatantly and obviously break terms of service. And I don't even mean every terms of service. I mean the real serious ones, the ones that are actually there to protect people, to prevent crimes from happening. Okay, those are the only terms of service I'm referring to. I am of the belief that content creators should, at a bare minimum, just support other channels' right to be here. That's it. You can hate everything else that they do. I don't care. But if you're going to try and get them removed simply because you hate what they do, you are the problem, in my opinion. Sorry, I don't care. And I'm going to say that a couple of those channels that I'm mentioning here, or I'm describing here, that we came across throughout this whole Dre McCray Marvin situation. And I think most of you probably know exactly who I'm talking about, but I'll point them out more so as we go on. All right. Let me look at chat here real quick. I haven't looked at it for a few minutes. Hey, Randa. Hey, Kira. Hey, Bella. I don't remember if I said hi to you, so hi, Bella, in case I didn't. All right. Hey, Elizabeth. All right, so I'll be honest with you. I don't know where exactly Dre had gone live or whatever. I watched it on LB's channel. So it looks like it's Facebook, though, now that I have it pulled up, it looks like it's Facebook. So I think I'll go over there and look for it real quick. I would play Elle's, but hers is like an hour long. I don't. There's quite a few things I want to get to here, but I got to say I really enjoyed Elle's commentary to this. So I highly recommend that you all check out her live stream about it too. She just did it like a couple hours ago. I'm gonna I'll put a link to it here in the chat, and I'll try to remember and put links in the description. I don't always remember to do that. I know, I suck. All right, so there's link to LB's stream from a little while ago. So let me head over to Facebook real quick. I don't know if I'm blocked from that. No, I don't think I am. It's coming. All right, so I'm guessing it's probably in the Slay with Dre McRae group. Why does she have her address in the intro and on her Facebook page? Like it looks like it's a actual like residential address. That just seems nuts to me. Okay, yeah, here it is. It is on their Facebook page. All right. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me turn the volume up some. Okay, and now I got the MIDI on. All right.
A little bit about my husband. I want to say trigger warning because this has to do with self-harm, and I don't want what I'm going.
You're gonna see me here in the background too. You're gonna see a UV light come on. I got my nails done tonight. My friend Jen did my nails. They actually came out really good. I just have to put the top coat on still, so you're gonna see me do that. It's only a couple minutes though. So sorry if it distracts you. I will try and be quick about it.
I'm going to be talking about to trigger anyone else who may be going through hardships in that manner. Oh, give me 1 second. But I think it's just important because I don't want to hurt anyone. I've been going live for over 6 years, and a lot of my lives,
Can you speed it up?
especially Foodie Friday, my husband would come on live with me, and we've been doing this for years. It's something that we really enjoy doing, and we connected so well with our viewers because of our deep love and connection between me and him. We made people laugh, we've made people cry, and the loyalty has been so strong. I've been quiet and not giving any updates regarding my husband because of what me and my children and my husband have endured on social media and anyone that's close to me. Not only was I harassed and stalked, but so was my parents, so was my sister, so was my ex-husband, my girls' father.
Gee, who did
so
that?
much negativity happened, and people got involved. APS got involved. CPS got involved. Yuma Police Department got involved. They conducted a thorough investigation on me. And
I don't want to do this. I don't want to stop this video to just remind people of who it was that was doing all this, or who was really leading the mob mentality type of army to do this anyway. And that was Katie Joy. I just want to point that
out. And everything regarding my husband. Because of this, it really made I left social media for almost 8 months during this time, because the responsibility that I had at that time, I could not deal. I wasn't able to put drama on social media on the plate that was already full at that time. My plate has not been as full, and my plate is not as heavy anymore. I'm now dealing with the pain of no longer having my husband by my side. Because of what happened on social media, I stayed away from talking about my husband or updating anyone, because that's a pain that I feel I need to protect. It's a pain that I never thought I would feel or go through in my life.
It's a pain that makes her fragile. It would make anyone fragile, I want to point out, okay? And I get that. I completely understand that. I'm surprised that she's, at least at face value, she's been as strong as she's been, or she's seemed to be as strong as she's seemed to be, I guess would be the word, the actual better way of putting it. And I've said this time and time again, I'd be so mad if I were in her shoes. I'd be so mad. But I am going to point out here, though, that she had every right to keep this information out of the public. She had no responsibility, no obligation to inform anyone in the public, any of her viewers, any of her followers, any social media people, whatever. She had no obligation to anyone. The only people, and I'm going to argue that she did have an obligation to, were Vaughn's parents. And you're going to hear, you're going to hear in the stream here, I don't know how it is she words exactly, but she gives the impression anyways that to tell like Vaughn's parents would have been like to tell the public. But here's the thing though, she doesn't have to confirm it to the public. She has no obligation, but she also doesn't have a right to prevent this from getting out in the public. Like she can just choose not to tell the public, sure. But she doesn't have a right to then go around and try to manipulate the spread of this knowledge, or the lack thereof, to keep his death from being told to people. Because the thing is that it's not about her. She doesn't have the right. She doesn't have all rights to any and all parts of his story after the fact that he's gone. She doesn't have a right to tell people when and who are allowed to mourn the passing of a loved one. Because her husband was not just her loved one. He was for other people. But beyond that, she had no obligation to anyone, and she should not be stalked. She should not be harassed. And from what I understand, there's some really shitty comments that are hurled at her or whatever in this stream. And that makes me very, well, I don't like to hear or see that. I don't. I mean, you don't have to like her. You don't have to agree with her. You don't have to even believe her. But if you're one of the people who were saying that, why can't she just confirm whether or not Vaughn's gone? Why is she withholding this information? And you feel as though she should have told the public. Well, then that's what she's doing right now. So yeah, it's late, but she's still doing it.
Whew. Excuse me. On May 23rd of 2022, my husband attempted on his life by rope. Immediately when I saw him, it was it was a shock. It's a lot of emotions all at once. That's really hard to process, seeing the love of your life in the most scariest position, and even needing to think, needing to grab the phone, call 911, those thoughts. It's scary how you really have to act so quickly in a moment like that. And I did. And I was able to cut him down and perform CPR with the help of aid. And for almost an entire year, he fought like no one I've ever seen before. And he did things that doctors said he never would. And being by his side was an honor and a privilege, and one that I would do again and again. That's my baby. And for me now, it's important because I feel such a disconnect with what I do, with creating content. I hold back so much because of the hurt and because of needing to protect my family. But I feel like I'm not being me anymore. And I feel like I'm disconnected from myself by not sharing my truth, for fear of more people judging, more people sharing such negative, horrible lies against me. It affecting my children, because I noticed a pattern when I would talk about my husband. There was a lot of backlash, and I did not want to create that for my family. But it's important for me to live in my truth and for me to feel that connection again, because what I do is important. And I feel like my story, even with what I went through on social media, I feel like that could help so many people. The way that I fought for my husband, doctors telling me that he has no hope, that he's never going to come back from this, that he's going to be a vegetable for the rest of his life. And I did not accept that whatsoever. And he didn't. Before Vaughn passed away, his eyes were open and he still was moving his head. And he was able to use his voice. There's so much about what has happened in the last year that people have absolutely no idea about. And because I didn't share this news, it came out already that my husband has passed, and this is not new for a lot of people in knowing this. This is now just me confirming this. This is why I've held back, because my privacy is no longer something that people respect. What I share, we've been doing this for the last 6 years. I know what my husband wouldn't want me to share at this point, for me and him working together.
I hear things I want to commentate, but I'm not going to do it. That's not what this stream is about. And I don't even think I want to do that stream, like, ever, really. So I'm not going to do it. I understand people probably have a lot to say, and I understand people probably wanting me to speak on it. And I kind of want to speak on it too, but I'm not going to. because there's other things I want to speak on way more than I want to speak on anything with Dre. No, and I don't mean that flippantly. I just mean that my heart goes out to her. I don't want to get involved in any part of her personal life. I don't want to mess up her privacy. I don't want to cause her any harm. But I am going to call out people who were fucking assholes, but who lied. That's what I want to do.
Together for this long, I know my husband. I know what he would be comfortable with being shared. I know what he wouldn't. So whatever I have shared and whatever I will share is going to be something that I know is something that he would be okay with. At the time when he passed away, that was no one. I knew that something would happen to where it would get out. And I delayed in doing the death certificate because of, I just had that, maybe it wasn't me having a feeling. Maybe it was me being directed by God to tell me, don't say nothing, don't do nothing. I knew that once I were to fill out the death certificate, something would happen. So I delayed in doing that. That delay caused, and besides the delay, my husband was tortured. He was in the hospital. The last update that I gave was that he was in the hospital because he was abused by the care home that he was at. He did not make it from there, and the hospital hurt him and slowly took away his life. And I documented everything. I would go in there with video recordings. I would take pictures. It is so disgusting, the things that Vaughn has endured. And because of that, because of the disgusting care that he had received, it cost him his life. So now I'm here to pick up the pieces and to be that.
So then she's going to be suing the hospital, right? I mean, I said I wasn't going to do this. God damn it. I hope she sues the hospital then. I hope that if this is true, if this is how or why, rather, Vaughn, passed away, if he was, even if it wasn't the cause of death, or even if it didn't contribute to the cause of death, rather, just knowing that his last moments here were torture, were living through extreme abuse in a very vulnerable state, just knowing that, I hope she sues the fuck out of those involved, assuming all this is as she says it is. So I look, not that I look forward to that, but I'm going to keep a lookout for that lawsuit because that's one I'm going to want to follow.
Warrior mom who has to now be there to comfort my children with the pain that I can never fix. As a parent, you want to do everything you can to protect your babies and to keep them from harm. And this is something that I can't. I can be there to support, and I can be there by their side. And that's what I've been doing. Just because this is the first time I've been on social media talking about this doesn't mean that we don't regularly have conversations about my husband. We talk about him every day because he's that special. It's like if love was, the way that you show love was money, let's say that, and to be married was $100 a day that you had to give to your significant other. The way Vaughn gave me love was like, it was $1,000 a day, each day. He gave me so much more than what my heart needed, which was why I just rode so hard for him during his time of need, because he was absolutely worth the fight.
All right, I'm going to move on from this because I'm going to have a hard time keeping my mouth shut, and I really don't want to start talking. Here, I'm going to grab the link, and I'll put the link in the live chat for anyone else who wants to go and check out this video or check out the rest of it even too. And I will try and remember to put it in the description. I suck at that. So. So there you go. Check out chat here real quick. Hey patterns of problematic people. What's that? Yeah, I think a lot. Well, you see, here's the thing. Marion says the way people on every side behaved was disgusting. Probably. I don't think that fact is really unique to this situation, though. I think, I mean, at least me personally, I've seen that time and again on every platform, by viewers, by creators, by everyone. You know, I mean, because these are human interest stories. Of course, we're going to take an interest in them. Of course, we're going to feel like we're personally affected or involved in some regard because we're watching these people on TV. We're immersed in like a part of their life and day and hours, and some days. So I don't fault people for getting so worked up or getting so passionate about things or for caring so much. I don't at all fault that. I just think that whether it's logical or not to get worked up, I just still don't think it's right to go real life. And so, yeah. So, I mean, a lot of creators may have done some shitty things, but that doesn't mean that their intent was bad, but still doesn't take away some of the shitty things done. I get it. But anyway, moving on. So as we know, there were a couple of creators. Okay. First of all, there were these two instances, for those who don't know, which I will refer to as Death Hoax 1 and Death Hoax 2. The first one, Death Hoax 1, was in November of last year, so it was like 10 months ago maybe. And there was this news article on this, well, what turned out to be a bullshit like multimedia marketing site rather than an actual news organization. But there was this article announcing that Vaughn had passed away. And it seems like right off the bat that this article came out. Like, I mean, this shit was tweeted. I did a stream about it. And it was first tweeted at like something, or it was posted to the website at like 8 a.m. or 6, in between 6 and 8 a.m. And by like 10 or 11 a.m., this shit was on Twitter in the drama and true crime community. And then by that night, YouTubers were citing it. Keeping that in mind, though, by noon, well, maybe more like by 2 p.m. on the same day in which the article was released, the accusations and the narrative of Molly being behind it all had already come together and been put out. Now, because of some other things that I've been paying attention to and involved in life, I've come across this quote or whatever, like quite a bit. And it's something like treat every accusation as a confession or something like that. So basically, like, if out of the blue, someone accuses you of something, like if there's a lead up, like if you're at a party and someone's purse gets stolen and then you get accused, Okay, fine. That's situational. But if out of the blue, someone just accuses you of something and you're like, where did this come from? What? You know, then you kind of have to consider, is it really a true accusation, or is it a subconscious, like, admission of guilt, confession, even? That's what I've been wondering lately. Like, how often does that shit happen? And again, I'm going to say that this was one of those instances where that shit happened, where Molly was blamed for this death hoax. Myself, Vanna was blamed. Justin Farrell was blamed. Which I find it really funny that I was blamed, because I was the first person to go live and to talk about what a bullshit website this was posted on and how this was very likely bullshit. Sure, someone else had streamed at the same time I did, but only about like over an hour after I'd already started and said what I said. But this isn't about credit or who got there first. I don't give a shit about that. But I do care about providing an accurate timeline. That's why I bring this up. So it's kind of hard. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense that I would be involved in anything like that if I'm the one who's out there being the first to stream about it. You know? But I find it interesting, though, that the second person came out and said what they said in their stream. Now, I explain exactly how and why it is. I came to my conclusions that this is very likely bullshit. And that's because I had not just, some months before, maybe a year or something before, I had done a stream where, no, it was like 2020, I did my stream, or a video. It was a video where I explored these websites. I looked into these websites because I wanted to try to verify and corroborate, or at least just accredit a couple of news articles that Katie was sharing. And that's how I learned about much of these websites. And then and then the whole Nat situation, now that turned into me learning about the whole Q and those behind Q, and me talking to the people behind Q, and all kinds of other knowledge that I learned. So when this death hoax came around, I had already talked about all this shit. I'd already seen this. So that's why I went live saying the things I said and shared the things I shared. But this other content creator who went live, she didn't, well, at least she claims to not know what it is she was really looking at or covering, or I don't know, whatever. And she became very, very adamant that those responsible for this were Molly and company. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that right up until present day, that was their story. Then Death Hoax 2 happened. Well, what they have been, not had been calling, but have been calling Death Hoax 2 since this came out. I think it was February, was it? Let me check the date here. This was February. Wow. I didn't even look at these yet. Interesting. Anyway, I can't find an exact date for this right now, but I want to say it was February of this year. That's when it was announced that Marvon had in fact passed away. And while this was being discussed, this was announced, and right off the bat, there's these two creators, well, mostly nonsense really, and Nanya, but the other one too jumped in here and there. But here they are right off the bat, calling this a death hoax, blaming Molly, blaming all of her associates, whatever, of exploiting this, or of trying to hurt Dre, or all this shit. I don't even fucking know. When in fact, all they did was just try to tell their viewers, because whether they like it or not, whether they agree with it or not. The viewers of Molly and Company, a lot of them were very, very heavily interested. They cared. They wanted to know. Did they have a right to know? No, but there's nothing saying that they can't know. So that's why it's why Molly, it's why Justin, that's why they inform people, it's why they tried to find out, that why they tried to convey the information. And meanwhile, they're being called every name in the book. They're being mass reported. Because let's not forget, when was it Molly lost her channel? Was it March? Like a month after that, right? And all the while they were correct. Now you can say that they weren't right in announcing that or whatever. I don't think that there's a right or wrong way to go about that. They can announce it, they cannot announce it, whatever. I don't think either's right or wrong. You can say that though. You can have that opinion. I don't care. But they had every right to talk about it, and they weren't wrong. The things that they said were apparently correct. But that doesn't matter. I mean, let's not forget too, like, I mean, there's a fake police report done on Letitia. And I say fake because it wasn't a fucking police report. It wasn't an investigation that's already been proven. And this is one other thing I want to really highlight here. Proof. So there's been a lot of claims, a lot of accusations made against Molly and Company, and even from Molly and Company. Now, no one has ever taken responsibility for the death hoax one. No one really even cared to talk about it much until they put it all out there. They haven't proved their accusations at all. There's been zero proof shown, shared, discussed, even claimed to exist that Molly and Company had anything to do with any stupid fake article written on some multimedia marketing website. None. But they ran with that shit, yo. They fucking ran with it. But there wasn't a fucking thing to back up their words. But they insisted that that was the case. I mean, they befriended Unirock over this. Remember that? They joined forces with Unirock to drag Marvan's mother through the mud over this shit. And why? Because she had the nerve, she had the balls to want to see her fucking son as he lied there dying in a hospital. And his wife got mad about that. Right? Me personally, I don't think she had any right to get mad, but I understand that some people may disagree with that. I don't care. That's fine. Disagree. She could be mad about it, but she ain't got a right to keep him from his family. I'm gonna fight about that. I don't care. I mean, that's not something I'll argue about that. I will absolutely argue. That's not something that I'm gonna sit here and say, I don't really care, agree to disagree. No, I might actually argue about that one. She didn't have a right, sir. Sure, she had power of attorney, whatever it is you want to call it, proxy or whatever. But we're not talking about making healthcare decisions. We're not talking about any of that shit. We're talking about just being with his family, and his family being with him, especially on his final days. So, because she had the nerve to want that, and she was being denied that, and then she was being told that there's some order or whatever out on her, so she couldn't, something was in place that was going to prevent her, physically prevent her from being able to see her son. She didn't know what to do, so she started telling people. Social media caught wind of it. Social media, this is a story that people are going to care about. And because of that, Letitia's probably one of the hardest moments in her life, hardest times in her life, saddest times in her life. She got zero fucking compassion from these assholes. She got hate. She got every single past every single past discretion of hers, any fuck up she did, any mistakes she's made in her life, she got to have all that information put out on blast, judged, mocked, ridiculed, shared, thrown back in her face, and used against her by strangers. That's what she got. And then she got to be told there was a report or summons out for her local police department, which was bullshit. Then she was told that there was an open investigation into her for fraud. That was bullshit, which some of us knew right from the get-go that was bullshit. Just by looking at the results of our FOIA request alone, we could tell that was bullshit. She got threatened. She got told that she wasn't really a mother. She didn't have a right to see her son. She didn't deserve it. She probably helped put him there. People felt emboldened enough to tell her that she helped put him there. My point I was starting to make, though, is it turns out that one side was wrong and the other wasn't. This is confirmation of that right now. I'm not saying it's confirmation of all things, but it's showing a pattern that there are people involved in this who have been fucking right, who's just had the facts, the events, the proof back their claims, where there's others involved where they're shown to be fucking wrong, incorrect, full of shit, spreading lies, propagandists, whatever you want to call it. That's what it's shown. And this is showing a pattern of this now. So, yeah, I think that that's important to point out. And mind you, I want to say that, though obviously people know I don't agree with the way Dre handles some things or whatever with her in-laws. I don't even care about that anymore right now. Beyond that, everything I'm saying here, none of it goes to Dre. I'm not talking about Dre. I'm talking about nonsense. I'm talking about Nunya. I'm talking about Katie Joy. I'm talking about Rabbit. I'm talking about I think this is about it. I'm sure that there's maybe a couple more I'm not really thinking of, but no, it's definitely them. It was definitely all of them. That's who I'm talking about. I just want to make that clear in case there's any confusion there. All right, I'm going to go back to chat here, and then I'm going to figure out what to do next, but right now, chat. Well, I expected there to be some friction in the chat tonight. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know what's going on, but I expected it. Yeah, I honestly, I didn't know about it either. I think someone shared this with me. Or did I just happen to come? No, I don't know. Maybe someone did share with me. Either that or I got a notification that LB had gone live when I was getting my nails done. It was one or the other. And when you get a notification, you can see like the title of the stream or whatever. And I think that's how I found out. I'm not quite positive on that though. I don't know. Anyway. No, okay. I'm not blaming Dre for any of us getting dragged. I'm not. Because Dre never mentioned any of our names. To my knowledge, I never heard her. I never heard her make reference to any of us. Like not even Molly. Not even really Katie Joy, though there's one thing she talked about that I think could be argued and might have been about Katie, but That's about it. That, to my knowledge, to my recollection. I mean, Dre hadn't even been on social media for a good chunk of this because remember she took that really long hiatus. No, the only people I heard dragging any of our names, but Vada and Molly probably mostly. No, that was nonsense. There was Nanya. There was Rabbit. That was I know that there was more. I know there was more. But no, that's who I heard. Now, Dre lied about a lot. But here's the thing though. It doesn't make it right. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Whatever. She didn't have a right, though, in my opinion, to lie to Vaughn's parents. That's the only argument I'm willing to make on this. She could tell the public whatever the fuck she wanted. She had every right to tell the public whatever she wanted. She had no obligation to any of us in the public to tell us anything or to not tell us anything. She had no obligation whatsoever to us. The only people she had an obligation to were the people in Vaughn's life, the people who Vaughn loved, the people who loved Vaughn, who knew Vaughn. And that was his parents, his family, rather. So Drake had every right to lie to the public, I think, if she had. But either way, I never heard her drag anyone's name or anyone. That was the other people. I'm not saying she didn't. I don't know, maybe she did, but she didn't do it publicly. She didn't make a show of it. She didn't make it known. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure she talked quite a lot of shit, though, about Katie Joy in private. Yeah, exactly. Blessed Mom of Texas. They say, hey, y'all, I was watching this well before he passed. I used to watch Vaughn and Dre. Then I stopped watching her. Long story short, Molly has been correct. The family was with Molly and Justin. And it's not even about being right or wrong or whatever. I don't care to be right or wrong. I would much rather be wrong here. I would love to know that Vaughn was still here and thriving and that we were all the assholes. That would be ideal. So it's not a personal thing about being right or wrong. For a lot of people involved, I don't think it is. Maybe. But I don't think it is. It's just, me personally, I can only really speak up to my behalf, but like, I have no problem making a claim or making an assumption or making or speculating. I have no problem doing any of that and then finding out I was wrong with any of it. I'm fine with that. What I'm not really cool with, though, is speculating, there not being any proof of anyone being right or wrong about anything, and then being accused of all kinds of shit. That's what I'm not okay with. And so, yeah, because I'm wrong. I'm wrong a lot. I'm wrong every fucking day of my life. There's always something I'm going to be wrong about, probably. So I don't care about that. I care about people wronging me, rather, and people just out of spite or just hate within them wronging other people, especially when they're at their most vulnerable, Yeah. Okay. Urban Dictionary was pretty bad. I don't know what that means. Wait. What do you mean Urban Dictionary was pretty? What are you talking about there? What are you talking about? Rachel, how long have you been hanging around this channel? What are you talking about? Are we going back to like 2020 here or something? Because if we are, I need a heads up. I think we all do. you know, it's Hush Puppy brings up something here, and they're not wrong. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend or act like the same thought didn't go through my head. It did. It doesn't feel right though. Like I mean, it's never a bad feeling to know that you were accused of lying, and to know that you've now been proven to not be lying. Like, yeah, that is vindication, and it's never a bad thing. But I don't know. I sure as hell didn't want to be vindicated like this. If I was going to be at all, I would have rather stayed not unvindicated, and so long as it was the truth. So I don't know. Me personally, I don't. It's not the vindication that's my that the hate. No, not the hate. It's not the vindication that whatever I got going on inside me, the animosity, the whatever's left over from all of this is really latching onto. It's more or less the exposing that they were full of shit after all. Because I mean, I just think about all the accusations, all the fucking shit that they hurled at Letitia, at Marvin Sr., at other content creators talking about this. How they just did video after video after video after live stream with the most outrageous, ridiculous claims and lies, and then went after people's channels over this. When I think about that, yeah, I feel, I don't know. I'm still mad about it, I think. I'm still pissed off about it. And the thing is I don't, oh, okay, I scrolled up. I just seen your comment now, Patterns. What do you think Katie will say about all of this? I don't think she's going to say a fucking thing about it. I think she will probably do like one of her like little Instagram stories or something, just put out there like that. Oh, it's been confirmed that he's dead or he's passed away. That's what I think she's going to say about it. I think that's going to be about it. Or she's going to get drunk and she's going to go on a fucking crazy spree about it and start coming after Molly again or something. Or start saying how Molly victimized her and stalked her and harassed her and everything else. And so it got so bad that YouTube had to take her channel away for it. Yeah, she will absolutely make Molly losing her channel all about Katie being the victim in that situation. It's going to be one of the two, I think. It's not going to be anything in between. But I'm thinking it might be the latter now that I think about it, because she kind of needs a villain right now, right? Because she's been trying real hard to make other people her villain. But no one's really taken much interest in it. It's not setting the hook right, into people. So I'm thinking she might need another villain. It's one that's going to be loud enough to attract everyone's attention. And yeah, that would be Molly. So I want to say though, when it comes to I saw something that someone was talking about it. I think it was Tough Topic. They might have been the account. I'm not sure. It had to do with Backwoods Barbie. Renelle had covered it in one of her videos. It was a tweet or something that they put up. It was either the Ashley or Tough Topic. I don't remember who, but they were feuding or whatever with Backwood Barbie or Backwoods Barbie, whatever. And they started off by saying, "I don't want anyone coming for her. She has a family to think about. I want her to be able to provide for her family. I don't want her kids. I don't want any of her loved ones, any of these unsuspected innocent people involved in the situation. I don't want any of them to suffer as a result of this. So do not go and give her shit. Don't give her hell or whatever." And that's what it comes down to, really. I mean, think about it. if you see something that you think violates terms of service, report it to YouTube. If YouTube agrees, they'll take it down. If they don't, well, for whatever reason, YouTube doesn't agree at that point in time. But when it doesn't get taken down and you determine that that's not just, that's not good, that's wrong, and it's up to you to correct this wrong, just know that when you do that, and if you succeed, you will be taken away from people who are dependent on this, and not just the other content creator that you clearly dislike greatly, but their family, their kids, their loved ones, their pets even, okay? And like, that's one big reason why I came to the realization that I don't want to support shit like that, even with Katie Joy. I don't want to support her being demonetized or deplatformed or whatever. If YouTube decides to do it, well, okay. But I don't want to help influence that, because I don't want that kind of power. I don't want the power of someone's financial future to be mine. I don't want that power. I don't want that responsibility. I don't want it. So I just hope that people just think about that before they do that again, before they go after a channel, even if it's a channel you greatly disagree with, like Molly's channel. Just think about that. And so, sorry, I'm kind of going through, I think, I'm working this out internally. Well, I think still. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't really know how else to explain it anyway. What? What am I missing here? Well, Rachel, I'm very happy that you just found this channel, but I don't know what you mean by stalking. That always kills me how people say that, especially like, it's like me saying that one of the people who watch my channel, they're stalking me. They're watching me because they watch my shit that I upload and stream about all the time. So therefore they're stalking me. I mean, if I'm out on YouTube and I'm putting content out there, I'm putting it out there because I want it to be viewed. I want it to be viewed. So I don't think I can really then call viewing it stalking. Anyway. I don't know. Well, whatever it is, though, whatever this stalking is, it sounds like it might be a cherry on the top, or my channel's a cherry on top. I don't know. Rachel, I'm confused. I mean, don't get me wrong. You can think or feel any way you want about it. You're more than welcome here, regardless. Okay. I don't understand. What does Drake have to do with anything? I don't know. I don't know anything about VADA versus EKG. I'm guessing that means EKC, but VADA and I haven't been versus at all. At least I don't think so. It sounds like the definition of stalking from the unique lexicon. Oh, maybe. Which I kind of find, which I mean, okay, I don't want to, well, actually, I don't want to give my opinion about this yet, because I don't think I have a full picture yet to come to a conclusion about what these chat comments quite mean. So I'm going to wait. Not that it matters, so really. No, I know what you meant. Don't worry, Hush Puppy. I know what you meant. You are not going to stop anything. No one person could have that. It's silly. I know. So I want to be a little petty here. Just a little petty. I think I'm entitled. Maybe I'm not. I don't know, but I'm still going to be. But it might take me a second to find it. Might have been a video now that I think about it instead of a live stream. I didn't even think about that. Might have been a video. Oh my God. Six for. Oh, I'm already way back. Okay. Oh, maybe it wasn't a video. Or maybe it was a video or a live stream, but it's been deleted. I don't know. But I know that there was something there. But so I'm gonna go to someone's channel who I haven't even looked at in quite some time. What just fell in my lap? I gotta say, I'm a little surprised that she hasn't streamed about this yet. It's wow. So February was what, like 7 months away? Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm in the right time frame right now. Oh my God, this shit kills me. I'm just okay. So when I see a stream title like the drama and screenshots regarding with proof, I gotta laugh because none of that that's clickbait because like none of that shit's in that stream. It's just fucking not. Anyway, all right, I'm getting a little petty. So I'm over on Nonsense's page for those who don't know or didn't already figure that out. I'm trying to see where it first broke over here though. So I don't think it was 8 months ago. All right. Oh, did you send it? Patterns? I just noticed that you messaged me. Let me see. Oh, let me see. Okay, I'll wait then and do that. Thank you though for that. Thank you. Are you fucking kidding me? Yo, this shit's all still up? Oh my God. Dude, if I go through, if I show all these, I'm going to be here all night. So, all right, I'm going to show these though anyways. So, oh no. I didn't have that open, did I? Fuck, I might have. Oh shit! I didn't mean to share that. Oh my god, I'm such an asshole. I'm sorry. Someone might be mad at me. I'm gonna leave it up on that screenshot right now, though. But let me get over here. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to show that. Oh, don't do it. They will be delayed. Okay, I won't. But I am gonna show. I am gonna discuss though this right here. Okay. We all remember this, right? This was what she wrote in the comments. And this is what started everything. This was the start of all of this shit. All of it was when Katie Joyce said this. Okay. Because that's when she got everyone else all up in a frenzy over this, all thinking, oh my God, this is some like crazy conspiratorial like murder plot or whatever. Oh my God, I can't believe it. And this played out on social media in front of millions of people. Like this is when people got like crazy thoughts in their head and started like running with him, really believing him, because she did. Of course, we all know how that ended for her. I mean, she ended up having to share the stage, or rather, stand in someone's shadow, rather, while they were occupying the stage. And she didn't like that. So she had to then flip the script and turn everyone around against those who she was once right on the same side with. That's what she does, though. But this is why people came for Dre. This is why people accused Dre. This is why people contacted fucking ICE because Katie was accusing Dre of smuggling drugs. This is why people accused or people contacted their CPS office while there were investigations into her by the CPS office or family service, whatever it is that's called in her state. This is why the police opened up their second investigation, or reopened up the investigation and looked and investigated whether or not Dre did have something to do with this shit. Yeah, this is why. It all comes down to these comments right here, in my opinion. When she said, I believe she emmed him. He was without oxygen for over 20 minutes. There's unfortunately no coming back. Okay. That's what it all started from. All right, let me go back here. Yeah, I'm not going to share those. I've shared them so many times before, though, too, on my channel. I mean, if anyone wants to see streams of these screenshots, these posts, and these videos and these clips or whatever from Katie Joy, like seriously, they're on my channel. If there's something specific you're looking for, then email me. I might be able to find it for you. I don't know, but I make no promises. But now I want to get back to here. I want to see something real quick, so I can hopefully narrow this down and get to the stream I want a little bit quicker. I just found out about this. Like I said, LB's stream had wrapped up like maybe 2 hours before I started my, like this is, I don't know when exactly. When did Dre go live? I think I can know. Maybe not. But I don't think it was that long ago. It was a few hours ago anyway. Okay. Wait a minute. When was... I might have had the date wrong on the second of Death Hoax. I thought it was February. I might have had that greatly wrong. Holy shit. Why was I thinking February? It was June. Wow, I was way off on that shit. Oh my God. Right? It was June. When the fuck was it? May 7th. Okay. Oh no, that's right. It was announced or whatever in June, but it was alleged that he had passed away May 7th. Okay, so June. Oh my God. I was looking at completely wrong then. Holy shit. I wish I'd known that. I would have kept looking. Okay. So I went June. So what, like 3 months ago? 3.5 months ago? Where is this stream? I thought it was, oh, wow. My timeline on this must be, I don't know why I'm getting, I thought that it was announced that he had died like long before Lettergate, but apparently not. Was his death in, like, was Marvin Sr. on Justin's channel or panel or whatever? Like, did Justin interview him before or after Molly lost her channel? I have no idea when it was. But I'm thinking it had to have been after. It might have been after now. I might be wrong about that. All right. Let me go back here. So we have the bright and shiny happy people. You know, I forgot about so much of this shit. Now it's like all coming back to me. And it's like I don't know. I'm remembering a lot of shit now. And it's kind of making me angry. Try not to be though. Because I don't want to be not objective. I want to try and stay objective. I don't want to make this about me being pissed off or anything. I want it to be more than anything, to be about what was done to Letitia, not that what was done to any of the content creators. And if there was a content creator that I did want to make this about, it would be more or less what was done to Molly. And I understand, though, a lot of people think that she got what she deserved, regardless of how it happened. Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. I don't know, but I disagree with how it happened. So that's my problem with it. Unless people took down streams. That'd be interesting. All right. $5 months, 4 months. Oh, wow. I forgot how much she streamed about this. I think this might be one of the streams right here. Oh, it's Death Hoax number 2 of Marvin McRae, the misinformation. So what was the date on this stream? I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to share the screen. I'm not going to play any of the stream, but I want to just show something here. Stop it, kitty. Sorry, get stuck on the keyboard there. Again, if anyone lives near Central New York or in Central New York and you guys want an adorable little kitty, see, you can have this adorable little kitty for free. Yeah. She'll give you kisses every morning too when you wake up. Swear to God, I'm not even kidding about that. And they're sweet kisses. They are. It's not like my way of saying that she'll attack you every morning. She really is a sweetheart. She just doesn't like our dog. And our dog was here first. So let me share this. This is from Nonsense's channel. And I just want to remind people because I think people really did forget about this. I know I forgot about much of this. But this is just how miserable some people were throughout this and how much they enjoyed stirring the shit. So here this channel is talking about this death hoax, okay, calling it the death hoax number 2 or whatever. So basically, Marvan's father talking to Justin on Justin's channel and saying that they had gotten confirmation that their son had passed away. That was a death hoax, she's saying. And why was she saying it was a death hoax? Why? I mean, was it really just because Molly is the one who revealed this information and that got under her skin? Because, I mean, I think it could just be that. I don't know. But it was definitely said with the, I don't know, almost giving the impression that they might have gotten confirmation that it was a death hoax. Like they might have been told by another party involved that the person in question had not, in fact, passed away. When we all know that that's bullshit. That didn't happen. But imagine though exploiting someone's possible widow, and I say possible widow because to them they didn't know. But imagine exploiting someone and the pain and trauma and the grief that they're going through because you're so mad that Molly got something right. That's what went down here. Oh, but for this stream though, when they're exposing this death hoax and everything, they were sure to put in their links for leggings, a razor, pumpkin seed oil, cat hammock, adjustable spare king mattress, Ninja air fryer, and spandex shorts. Now, and I have nothing against monetizing shit like this. I'm the first person who champions everyone who monetizes the shit out of everything you can. If no matter what mostly no matter what it is, by all means, if you can make money from it, you should make money from it. Doesn't have to be your motivating factor for why you do things, but it doesn't mean you can't make money from it if you can. However, when you look at a channel like this and you see all the streams about this, about Molly, about using the story to try to take down other creators and come at other creators because you just have a bone to pick with them or something. When you think about that and you think about all the hashtags that they used to try and get their content out there as wide as they can, to to be able to share these links with as many people as possible to hopefully possibly improve their chances of more and more profits. You know, that's when it starts to look kind of shitty, I think, in my opinion. Stop it, kitty. Ow. Oh, was this when she actually took down the hashtags? Did you remember the hashtags she used to use though? Some of them were pretty fucked up. Oh, this one. Oh my God. How on earth can she say that she didn't blame Dre when her whole narrative has been that Dre did it, hence the 7 investigations into Dre whilst her husband. Okay. I think Molly does maybe have some sort of thoughts about Dre, or did anyways, but she never came out and accused Dre. At least definitely not anything like Katie Joy did. Oh, and Nonsense did. Nonsense, yep. Nonsense was one of the first people to really talk about this online, and to talk about it in such a horribly negative way about Dre. I mean, even insinuating that her kids weren't healthy and needed to be taken away from Dre. So, yeah. What did it say? Why do they keep blaming Katie for everything? She hasn't done anything on this story since, I think, August 2022. I think they know Katie won't respond to their crap, so they just keep doing it. These people are vile. Nobody knew whether or not Katie would respond. She had no problem responding before then. Why would people think that she would just suddenly stop responding? Oh, unless maybe she was feeling like she was legally obligated to stop responding. My opinion, of course. I want to listen to some of this. I really do. So let's see what she calls it, a death hoax in the stream. And see how poorly she talks about those that she claims for this death hoax. Let's go. Let's give it a shot.
Days after the first death hoax, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Unfortunately, people continue to exploit this man's tragedy and continue to try and destroy any part of dignity for Marvon. So with that said, please understand that this needs a heavy trigger warning. This is their statements, their words. I do repeat some of it because it's hard to hear in certain points, and I'm really pointing out things that are said because it doesn't make sense. So it is a triggering one. It is 99% Molly and the misinformation cronies. Now, let me establish too, when I call them the misinformation cronies, there's 3. Justin, Molly, and Elle. That is the 3 misinformation cronies who are a factor in the foundation of the story and how it went. You could even throw Katie Joy in there too. She was included in the first part of the misinformation cronies. The other people are distractions. They are not a factor in this. They're not highlighted in this. There's a few statements from them. But the focus is what the misinformation cronies have continued.
Well, these distractions were fucking right when you were wrong. Yeah.
To do to this family for content and views over the last year. This is not drama. Let me say that again. This is not drama. This is a life and death situation that people are out here announcing and playing with like it's some sort of game. If you can't be decent, please exit. There will be no space.
For this instance, okay, those people out here announcing death were his fucking family, his parents, his father, rather. His fucking family were the ones who announced it. But these people are out here announcing shit like they have some fucking right to or something. No, you're the one who doesn't have any fucking right to be talking this. Well, I mean, okay, you have a right in the sense that, yeah, it's a free country. You can say whatever, talk about whatever you want. But you have no right to this information. You have no right to know any of this information more so than the man who announced it on Molly and Justin's channels. You have zero right compared to Molly and Justin's guest, who is family of the man who passed away. why are you even talking about it? Why have you been talking about it? It's like, who the fuck are you even? Like, you have a connection or something. Nobody knew who you were. And people have been happy to forget who you were too the past couple months.
Base for it. This is just not going to be the time frame. This is a serious situation. It is what it is. We are 13 days after they announced it, and there's zero confirmation. There's zero confirmation still to this day. All right. With that said, here we go.
There's zero confirmation. His father announced it. I mean, his father announced it. Think about that. Like, I'm trying to think here. Like, if I were to pass away and Mike came on stream and announced my passing, would that not be confirmation enough? I mean, sure, there's always going to be those, I don't know, those crazy people who will always think that they're being lied to. But for the most part, that's going to be confirmation, right? But his father announcing it was not confirmation, whatever, for her. I mean, come on. It wasn't confirmation because you didn't want it to be true, because Molly was the one who was going to get accredited with breaking it, which she wasn't even after credit for that. She just wanted to show that she wasn't the fucking asshole and you guys were actually the lying assholes. That's it. She didn't want no fucking clout from that.
Keep the comments nice and respectful. I mean, you can say what you want about Molly and the misinformation and all that stuff. You guys know how it works. But as far as like the side pieces, we don't entertain those over here. So we don't even.
Yeah, exactly. Let's not forget, you can go as far even as to say that that Molly exploited her mother's own death for views and clicks and whatever. You can celebrate Molly losing her channel the day of her mom's funeral. You can say that Molly was destroying her mom's memory, her mom's character, her mom's good name. I'm trying to think of all the shit that they accused her of. I mean, oh my God, there was so much of it. So much of it. It was okay to ridicule her and go after her after losing her mom, but don't anyone dare announce Marvan's passing, right? Make that make sense.
Even need to mention any of that. All right, buckle up. Here we go. Thank you all for being here. Let's go.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I thought she was gonna play music or something stupid. Let me go to the next timestamp here. That one right here, I think.
That hoax happened.
So she was doing you a favor by giving you a heads up, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, a lady that did not know what we was up there because I was staying at the hospital. I'm at the VA hotel, whatever. Yeah.
Marvon Sr. and Wynette had visited Yuma in June of 2022.
Oh my gosh. What do you think of the fact that everyone on social media that is talking about the story is saying that Dre has not confirmed this? What do you say to that?
Unless he confirmed it, but the coroner confirmed it.
Why?
If my mother read, I'm afraid.
Marvon Sr. states again that the coroner confirmed it.
Yeah, he confirmed it.
Why do you think she wouldn't tell anybody?
I don't know because I think she's the only body to know.
Right.
Again, I want to point out, Molly's talking about this with her guest, Marvan's father. Who the fuck is Nonsense had on her stream to validate her immense interest in this situation to the point where she's talking about it? She's trying to, like, decide for other people whether or not they should be talking about it, or what they should be saying, or who should be caring about this or whatever. No one came to Nonsense. No one fucking came to her. But people came to Molly. But yet somehow they were able to run all of these fucking narratives and these lies and everything against Molly, against Letitia, against Marvan Sr., against Wynette.
Marvon Sr. thinks that Dre hasn't confirmed it because he doesn't believe she wants anybody to know.
I mean, honestly, that's totally hostile.
She's trying to cremate the body. I got to cremate the body. And I got insurance money that ran. Detective, I think that's what I heard. So I'm not sure. But I heard she was always staying out.
And although rumors are swirling, Dre has not been silent on social media.
What? What was it?
I'm not surprised at all that she wouldn't confirm it. That does not surprise me at all. She
Surprised me because she wasn't talking to us, nothing about it anyway. So
Communication with the family had ceased back earlier in 2022, but let's go ahead and take a look back at a clip from August of 2022. These are examples of why the communication potentially failed.
Oh my God.
Please make note of the comment.
So what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. If their son dies, she has an obligation and a duty to inform them. I don't care what kind of shit that they said online to somebody else. I don't care. That's such, oh my God, it's such a bullshit excuse. It's crazy. All right, so I went 50.
Hoax. And yes, unfortunately, it's one of the
Please
same
call
sources.
Wynette. Can you please call Wynette again?
I did. I already.
She's calling me again. She can knock me off.
No, that's
They breed
Letitia.
crackheads and baby murderers.
No, it wasn't. It was Wynette.
Justin stated, no, that was Letitia. Molly responds, no, that was Wynette. Whoever it was, they didn't answer either of them.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard, but apparently Dre McCrae posted in her Slay with Dre McCrae group that Marvon McCrae has passed away. I don't know the details of this, but she
Marissa's
claims.
loud, so she can't talk.
Yeah, please don't call my phone yet, because she'll not. Yeah, so yes, that's what.
I mean, think about this for a second. If Molly and them were in fact behind like this news article or whatever that's about to be mentioned, undoubtedly, why would they not lead with that as their source for a death confirmation? Why would they lead with some like anonymous or just alleged phantom comments by Dre or whatever in her group? Why would they not lead with this fake news story? Why even do it then if it's not going to be your source? Like it's my God, this is so stupid.
According to Dre McCrae and her fans, that's what she's saying, that he passed away.
As you all know, there was no such post.
So if that is so, my heart goes out to Miss Letitia, her children, the family that loves him, Miss Wynette, Mr. Marvon Sr., all of his friends, and all of the men who cared about him. And I'm sure he'll be cremated immediately if this is true. I don't know if this is 100% true. All I'm saying is that I don't have a screenshot of this because I'm not a fan of hers.
Zero confirmation, but announced it anyways.
Please stop fighting. Enough. Please stop fighting.
They were protesting outside Quentin Simon's house at this time.
Mallory.
Down. Justin, thank you so much. Hey, Marissa, SNBC 13 is confirming Vaughn passed away.
First death hoax and how it was announced in November.
Yep. When I first told him, showed it to her, I took a screenshot and showed it to her. My son's mother, and she just lost her mind. And when I told her, when we got information about that he passed this time, I told her not to worry because the last time was a hoax. I said, just let me dig into it some more, and I'll give you solid information on that, if it's true or not.
12 days after, they announced the second passing of Marvon and still no proof. But let's take a look at another clip from the first death hoax in November.
Hey, you guys. Listen, I put out a video. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to do about this whole Vaughn situation because I don't even know what to think. I know we're completely lost. I don't know what I did wrong because this link has just disappeared. Now, Mr. Marvon calls up, okay? Holy shit. This is all one big twisteroo. Did I intentionally lie? Hell no. But holy shit. This is the big one.
Well,
This is
Mr.
great.
Marvon told us that he was told that he heard that Marvon died around the 20th of last month.
Just yesterday, last night.
Today.
Oh, it was today?
This morning, yes.
That he talked to a woman today. Okay.
That kind of stayed in the loop of things that his old word bond was before.
Yeah, that was back in November. All right.
So I don't know.
Because last month he had coded twice, and they had got him back because he wasn't on any respirator or breathing things that I'm aware of. So they got him back twice, and I don't know if something happened again. It wouldn't have.
Folks, was her fault too.
She's putting out videos of how much they went in love. Look at the videos that I put out. Look at the recent video that I just put out. Why does she feel that she needs to double down on how much he loves her? When I'm saying, bitch, how do you think that you need to? How do you think that you need to convince us that he loved you so much?
Trigger warning for the upcoming clip.
Because you're trying way too hard. That he loved you so much. He loved you so much.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not going to play that part. Okay, there.
All right.
How disgusting can one person be?
She doesn't care about Rosa. You think she cares about that boy? All she cares about is what she's going to get.
Meanwhile, it's Marvon Sr. who always brings up money and
He
assets.
loves you so much that he woke up. He's got into another misunderstanding. The girl is down here, laying right there. Right? What did she say? Oh my God.
If you need to exit the video, please do so.
I feel terrible for those children. That melts my heart. She walks by and they jump. That's scary. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if we found out that she stabbed all of those children. God forgive me for putting that out, but I wouldn't be surprised.
And this is the voice of the family who cares about Marvon so much.
There's something fucking really wrong with that bitch. And nobody's doing anything about it. I don't see anybody doing anything about it.
Again, the investigation was fully closed 4 days after this
What
video.
man is ever going to want to be with her? Knowing everything that's going on. No one. Think about that. Exactly. Exactly, Mary. That's a horrible, but I forgot about that too. Yeah? Yeah. Absolutely. A lot of people thought it, I'm sure. But you never want your mind to go there. You never want your mind to go there. And nobody's listening.
Another example of how much she's helped this family over the last year. Let's go back to June 16th, 2023.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it, but yeah. Yeah. He's a smart little boy. But that ex-husband of hers in California told me that those girls are really afraid of her. And that they'll say anything. They'll say anything to CPS or the police because they're so afraid of her. That's what he told me. May 7th is when he passed. That was what was told to Mr. Marvon this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Jackson is speaking right now. I don't believe but I personally don't think that she would bury him
at all.
She would completely and totally do the opposite.
It's crazy though, because like you're just hearing this and just thinking about it, like how just how much it's just their claims, their narratives, the things that they said, the things that they accused others of doing, the things that they claimed were true, and the encouragement they gave to their viewers to not believe anything that they encouraged their viewers to not believe the update from Marvon Sr. when it sounds like that update was the one thing that should have been believed. Do you think that like any of them's going to apologize to their viewers for that, for getting it wrong? You know? No, they won't. In my opinion, they won't. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this up here in a few minutes. I want to go through some of these, and I think I want to make a video about this. I think I do. I haven't made a video about any of this shit for a while. Yeah. Exactly, Hush Puppy. It was. Yeah, someone was saying something, well, Molly, she's the one who she put out that news article at that time because she knew she was gonna be in Georgia and she wanted, publicity or why the fuck is it that if she was behind like the revelation of this man's passing and everything, then why the hell was she talking about it on live streams that were not on her channel? Like she didn't live stream on her own channel at all that weekend. For everyone else streamed, and she was just there. She was there. She was in Georgia to do the things that she wanted to do in Georgia. She wasn't there so much for YouTube, but she wanted it to be on YouTube. She let everyone else handle YouTube. Well, if she wanted views and clicks and shit, notoriety or clout or whatever, then she would have fucking put every single minute of this shit on her channel. She didn't. Yeah. See, this I wonder. Someone was. I just read a comment in the live chat here about Nanya, and I wonder. If Nanya ever just feels like a fool for believing nonsense on so much shit, because she hasn't backed any of it up. In fact, there was that one stream where Nanya was in my chat, and she was fucking defending nonsense hard. She's like, Ivana had made a claim saying that Nonsense said something, and Nanya's right there in chat saying, no, she didn't. She didn't say nothing like that. That was not said, whatever. And right there in stream, me and Nanya, we went to a stream from Nonsense from like within that past week where she said exactly what Vada said she said. Exactly. And exactly what Nanya said she didn't say. So I wonder how many times is that going to happen to Nanya before she starts to think, fuck, maybe it was her lying to me. I wonder. Yep, they should. You're right, but Blackwell, they should feel like clowns. And here's the thing. I want to point out too, like since I've come on the scene, and there's no correlation here between what I'm about to say I noticed and me being on the scene. There's no correlation. No causation, no nothing. One did not have an effect on the other. But all the more reason for me to point out that I noticed something. Like I first started kind of paying attention to some shit in December 2019, but I was really paying attention to like all the shit by like May 2020. But when I came about though, like Unirock, he had a pretty good following. He had a pretty good relationship going with Katie, where like they had an audience of people who found them to be entertaining. It's, separately on their own end, together, whatever. But they each had this. Unirock had this, is my point. What the fuck what does he have now? He's got a lawsuit that he's totally unequipped to manage, to face, to address. His friend threw him under the bus after he threw her under the bus. Like it's just several like taking turns there underneath buses, I think. Over a fake Lettergate, he lost a good chunk of his closest confidants. He's now actually working a job outside of the house, right? And now, sure, Molly lost her channel, but Molly seems to be still living her best fucking life. I don't know. Like, seriously, look at her social media and the shit she's been doing lately. Like, yeah, I kind of wish I was doing some of that shit. But my point is that to see like who the shit stirrers are on any given issue or whatever, or any given debate or back and forth, just look to see who's still standing after some time. Because Unirock was one of the biggest pushers in this shit here ever since Katie asked him to come on board. That was what, August, she said that she had done that? It was her own words that she said in a stream where she said that she was going to be stepping back from covering the situation and that Uni was going to take over for her. And she sent Uni Rock everything she had so she had kind of set the narrative for him or something along that lines. And ever since then, up until the past couple months, Uni Rock has been doing his job quite well, doing what was asked of him, requested of him, doing it quite well. And look at where all that's gotten him. If he was right about any of the shit, then he wouldn't be where he's at now. He would be in a far better position. And proof would not be so fucking hard to find everywhere with these people. It's crazy. All right, I am going to wrap this up here. Let me check out chat. I'm getting tired. I have to work tomorrow. Ow, can't stop. There we go. I mean, he showed up to court recently looking like the leprechaun. What more could a fellow want from life? Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, I think it was your comment, Moderate, on Twitter. I think it was you were replying to something on Baxter's tweet, something like you'd said that she was right. But before that, you had explained how they were like the lobster gang or something, like Uni Rock and his I don't know, his trail of merry idiots there. They were like this lobster gang or whatever, because this man once said one time that he liked the lobster rolls, so therefore they're the lobster gang and they're coming after a low collar whatever. Gang though was the important word, turn of phrase there. And that you then pointed out how gang affiliated clothing is not allowed in court. I thought that was quite funny and quite intelligent. I was impressed with that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I know Uni Rock tried to do that to try to, like, I don't know, rattle the cages of the Steve crew or whatever, Steve's friends and Steve and everything. So he wore the lobster shirt to like kind of really hammer it into our faces or something. Like, nah, dude, that just shows that you can't stop thinking about Steve and lobsters. That you see Steve in a sexy lobster costume. Oh God, I can't. I wonder if that's why Unirec is looking awfully ginger, like more so than normal as of late. I wonder if he's trying to I don't know, attract the interest of another lobster. I wonder if that's Unirec's ginger version of like peacocking. I wonder. I'm sorry, Steve. Oh, that wasn't you? Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was you. But I saw it and agreed. Who the fuck was it then? I wonder who it was. I know it was a response to one of Kay's tweets. I think. Maybe it wasn't. It's gonna take too long. Oh yeah. I don't know. Do I want to read up and familiarize myself with the drama that's going on between Nick Snyder, Dustin Daly, and Gerard, Jen Gerard? Do I want to know about that? I'm not sure I do. I mean, I get like the gist of it, what it's about or whatever, but I don't think that that's really what it's about. I think that that's just that was the open door for what it was really about to happen. I think that everyone was just kind of getting on each other's nerves. And like, ever live with someone like a little too much or a little too long, like someone who you weren't married to, but hell, even someone you're married to, like you have those moments where you really want the other one to just get the fuck out of the house for a week or two. You know what I mean? I almost think that that's really the true underlying issue between them. And that this was just, I don't know, I don't know, the open door for it to manifest or whatever. All right, we're ow. Get off me, cat. Cats really are nocturnal, aren't they? Because every night she just fucking bugs the hell out of me. I don't know who it was though, because it's gonna bug me. Oh wait, no, I know. I think I know where I saw it at. Menace to Sobriety said it. Oh my God. CCMs, menace, moderate. That's why. I'm sorry, moderate. I'm sorry. Fuck, now you're going to be mad at me again. Damn it. I'm sorry, moderate. Please don't be mad. Please don't. Okay, yeah, so menace. Fuck. Well, now I know where to find it. Okay. All right, so I'm going to share screen, and then I'm going to wrap this up. This was really kind of clever. It was. I got to hand it to No, wait a minute. Let me see exactly how this happened. So here we have menace to sobriety. Let me scroll down. $9.17. Okay. I think I passed it. See, he's looking awfully ginger, right? It's like is that what happens when he's in heat? He turns into a lobster? I'm killing me. Oh my God. I find me funny anyway. What the fuck? Where'd it go? There it is, right here. Okay. So this is in response to Kay. I was right about that anyways. So Kay had wrote, you realize this was your first impression on the judge, right? In my opinion, this is being disrespectful to court. And if you had an attorney, they would have made you change. Most adults know how to dress for court without being told. I really wanted to drive over for court, but I was too busy working. Hopefully I will catch that next one. Dude, I'm seriously thinking about attending when it starts in January with the trial. Well, what's looking like it's going to be the trial. I think I might be going. So anyway, what I saw Menace post was 2 strikes with their shirt then. 1, depiction of the Lobster Squad, a notorious gang on these YouTube streets. 2, depiction of the gang's leader looking all sexually suggestive. Okay, yeah, I get the point. Clothing that will not be permitted includes anything associated with drugs or gangs. Oh, I didn't even read the second one. Anything containing words, pictures, or symbols that are obscene, profane, or sexually suggestive. I hate that came from Menace. I really do, but that was funny. That must be why I didn't share it, because I didn't want to share something from him. Where to start? So this is what the basement dweller looks like in real life. He's as bad as Katie. Never leaving the house shows in his lack of alcohol. If he did wear this getup into court, what a fool. And finally, this proves he's obsessed with Steve McRae. Yeah, I think that's that. I feel like that's always being proven. Like that's kind of like it's always being proven, like in real life, that what are you doing? Stop. That if you don't breathe, then you die. I feel like it's always being proven that Uni is obsessed with Steve, and it's Steve's fault. He wore his Steve suit to court. Oh my god, you're killing me, Pauls. You're killing me. Hope he removed his hat prior to entry. It turns out he did. Well, at least he removed his hat in the courtroom, I guess. I don't know if I don't think he removed it before he walked in the building, but I think he removed it before the judge walked into the courtroom. You see, yeah, this doesn't look like him, does it? Like, I remember him being kind of gingery, but I don't remember him being like a ginger. Like, I mean, it looks good on him. I guess, well, if anything could look good on him, I guess ginger looks good on him, but all right, now I just said that it looked good on Uni. I'm definitely ending the stream now. I think I need to go do some drugs or something. Something's fucking wrong here. I gotta go do something. No, I haven't been agreeing with you all the time lately, but we're still good. And I'm not mad at you at all. Just short on time. Okay, good. Please don't be mad at me for confusing like Menace's comment with being your comment. It was a good comment, and it was smart, and it was funny, and I totally never would have expected it to come out of Menace, but totally would have expected it to come from you. So it's kind of a compliment. Fuck. It's true, but I don't think that's gonna work. Crazy. All right, I'm done. This was my venting. This was my working through the shit after learning and hearing what I heard tonight, because it wasn't tough, or it wasn't like traumatic or whatever, going, dealing with this shit or whatever. I mean, it was my choice to do this. It's fine. But it is a bit infuriating to see the people who didn't choose this, to see them get dragged, to see them get targeted, to see them get told that they're the very worst of the worst, and that they deserve the pain that they're feeling from having lost their son, and that they don't even deserve to be that person's mother, and they don't deserve to see that person go through all of that, and then for people to try to get her arrested, thrown in jail. Hell, Kate even made a comment about calling the cops on her because she had a permit, or a pistol permit, a gun license, whatever. Katie wanted to call the cops on her because she wanted to get her arrested as she traveled states away to see her son, and probably carried her shit with her. And for those who don't know, the woman we're talking about is a Black woman. So Katie wanted to get her in trouble with cops, traveling states away. And nobody fucking called her out on that, except for, some of us. But the people who I really kind of focused on in this stream, they agreed with her. They spoke out not once against that kind of shit, that kind of racism, that kind of exploitation. They joined in. That's what pissed me off. That's what's going to keep pissing me off for a while. And that's why I'm going to end this now before I start saying some really crazy shit about fucking Uni Rock or something. So anyways, thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for humoring me and dealing with me and lasting through this. And for those of you who watched it happen and you're still here in the chat, I want to thank you. It's much appreciated. So, bye. Have a good night, everyone. Oh, I don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow night, by the way. I have to work late, so Bye.